breakdown. So, okay, like I mentioned in our live market breakdown last night, we're pretty much in this bullish channel here. You can see going the higher in the 4-hour time frame. You can see we're pretty much, as of now, we're in this channel. All right, we kind of broke out of it here, used it as support, came back into it, kind of retested it underneath like we always do. Same thing here, same thing here. So we're in this channel as of now. The biggest move that I'm focused on for this week is how we created a new all-time high and then we rejected off of it. We had a huge sell-off like we usually do, right? Buy low, sell high. So price was super high. Institutions started selling off their profits. Came down here, and it could potentially be used here as support to retest one of these zones in the fib, right? So that'll tell us if price either comes here, maybe rejects off something here, retest this trend line one more time, or if it keeps on going, this holds as support and it keeps going to retest all-time high. So we're pretty much, for the next few days, I'm focused on this move here. You can see on the 1-hour time frame, it's pretty clear here. Okay, and then let me go ahead, let's look into the 5-minute. So the 5-minute, we can see clearly we have a bullish trend line going on right here, with price pretty much it's a little bit above it. London high here, and then pre-market highs here. So let's see if I drag this to the right. If I drag this box to the right, this kind of lines up more with the pre-market high. So obviously my buys, I'm going to be a little bit, leaning more on the buy side today. Oh, not this, sorry. Now I'm seeing if we enter up here, but that might be too far. So I would rather enter on this 1-hour space. We've used it as a support resistance before. Price is just like a little bit over it, but I'm gonna count it as if we're gonna enter here. And then on the sell side, let's take a look. So I can drag any boxes from the right. Okay, we got Asia high right here, lined up perfectly. Probably go lower to kind of like retest this, maybe like 75 points around there on the sell side. Again, I don't want to be too high here because this zone is the strongest zone here, so price is probably going to use it's going to need the most volume to break this because it's an hourly zone. So I don't want it to be like it does something like this, retest, and then goes higher. You get what I mean? And I'm not trying to predict too much. I'm just trying to lean on the side of like, okay, if I had to choose any of these two zones, I'd want to stick with this. But let's see, maybe it starts moving early. We got about a minute left. Let me start putting this in the chat. The sells, I'm going to be closing like around here, so between like 75 to 100 points. Obviously I'll be trailing my stops. Okay, what do we got left? We got 30 seconds left. Okay, so I think we might be able to enter here nicely. 10 seconds. Okay, entering buys. Probably gonna get put in. Okay, yeah, I'm in. In the buys. Okay, moving nicely, moving nicely. Okay, go and break even. Hit TP1. Well, we gotta break this zone right here. Nice, nice. Come on, keep pushing, keep pushing. Locking a 1-to-1. Probably gonna hit TP2 now. Perfect. Freaking blew past TP2 beautifully. Beautiful trade. Nice volume, like we usually get in the beginning of the week. Market's moving nice, man. Market is moving nice. Yeah, last week we missed a few moves, but it's moving nice. So I'm pretty excited for June. Market always has those cycles, you know. You're gonna have two months or something in a row maybe that are not the best, and then market's really good. I mean, think about it. January and February were really good. Then market had to kind of switch cycles for March, and April kind of slowed down. Well, March was technically green. April and then May kind of slowed down, and you know, then to get back to it. Remember, there's 12 months out of the year. I'm expecting at least 3, maybe even 4 of them to be bad months. You know, it's not going to be always great, but that's why it's so important that when it is good, like now, to stick to your rules, don't overtrade. You know what I mean? So you capitalize. Damn, it's going up a lot. So you capitalize the most you can when market it's good, right? Like, don't miss out while the market's good, is my point. There's people right now who are overtrading, who are over risking. They're not following the rules. They're not taking their setups when they shouldn't be doing that right now. They should be following their rules, so they're catching all the best wins they possibly can before the market, you know, goes through like another shitty cycle. But yeah, easy day, super nice trade. Well, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll be posting it in the chat soon. We'll be back tomorrow. And yeah, this is going up. So yeah, literally what I said in the market breakdown, retesting these areas. See, that's why, again, that's another reason why it's so important to break down, to prepare for the week. It's not about trying to guess the move and predict and everything. It's just to know where you are in the market, so we can, you know, have things like this as a confluence. So if we're in a fib, we wake up, we see that all this kind of move happened. So we're thinking, okay, most likely buys, because price could come here to retest as a target. Because again, I said it before, you have to know where is price going to go, but just as important, or maybe even more important, you got to know how is price going to get there. So we knew price is going to come here. How is it going to get there? It's going to use this as support and start going up. So perfect trade today. Thank you guys for joining. We'll be back tomorrow. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Later, everybody.